Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 3-1, first day of March. As they say, the weather should be in like a lion, out like a lamb. So it is a little cool today, but hopefully at the end of the month, we'll be basking in spring wonderfulness. Anyway, I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. With Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I usually invite you to click on the link to join me on camera, but I realized that I had to pre-record the show today, and I do apologize. But as I'm speaking, I'm actually over at the Salvation Army Free Food Friday, wrapping up as they give food away. I'm also helping dispense flyers for senior pharmacists, so that's what I'll be doing during the show that I'm supposed to be, during the time that I'm supposed to be here doing the show live. Also, at 1 o'clock, I have a meeting, so I figured instead of making the show late, I'll go ahead and pre-record it, and here I am. So tomorrow I'll be doing the show live at 10 Eastern, and then you can join me on camera if that's what you had planned to do today. Okay, so with my having to rush out, I won't be doing a usual show where I'm checking the Senior Scope page and the Word page, etc. I'm just going to invite you to check that out when you have the time. But I will point out that the Word page, which is the government and nonprofit information page, check that out if you're in need, because they do there is information about like free tax prep, get help with your water bill if you're low income, and also if you're low income, a reminder to sign up for the help for heating so that you can catch up with your heating bill if you have indeed fallen behind or if you're about to fall behind. So go ahead and check those out. Also know that Durham Parks and Recreation, today is the deadline for their cover art contest for young people between the ages of 5 and 18. So just look at that, go to the Word page, and then scroll down to Durham Parks and Recreation, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, you can vote early this weekend because, after all, voting day is Tuesday. But if you plan to be out of town, then go ahead and vote early. I don't think you can vote Sunday, but I'm pretty sure you can vote Saturday. Anyway, it's all on the Word page and also the legal page, in case I made a mistake there. So I'm just going to do the Let's Go page. That's what I usually do on Saturdays. So I'll do that today, just the Let's Go page, the calendar of events. And then I'll have to jet off, and then I will definitely be back tomorrow at 10 to do it live. Okay, let's see. The Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church will be having their all recovery support group meeting for those who are in the various programs to kick addictions. So they give you support, some encouragement. So if you want to go there, that's at noon, happening right now, 1209 North Elizabeth Street. Okay. Now this is wild. The Glass Jug Beer Lab, on the one that's downtown on Foster Street. This is wild. They're going to have a Friday co-working and networking social. This is from noon until 5. So again, the address 545 Foster Street. So freelancers, entrepreneurs, and remote workers are invited to spend the last few hours of their work week at the Glass Jug. So they're going to have co-working, so you can take your laptop, however you do it, and, do your work from noon to 4, and then you can network from 4 until 5 and have a beverage. So that should be really nice. A lot of us work out of our homes. A lot of us are freelancers, and like I said, entrepreneurs and remote workers. You might want to check that out. So that's going to be at the Glass Jug on Foster Street from noon until 5 today. And as far as parking downtown, there are parking lots, but I suggest, if you don't mind walking for a bit, for a few blocks, why not take the bus in? The buses are free. You can get off as close to Foster as you want. I know you can take the 2 or the 4 if you don't want to walk the few blocks from, from the terminal, or just get off, on Mangum, however you want to do it. But that might be one way to beat the parking problem. Okay, New Visions of Africa restaurant at 1306 Fayetteville Street. They will be giving away meals to people in need from 3 until 6. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. Let's see. Black Frocentric, that's a new word. Okay. Black Frocentric, they're hosting the first Friday Entrepreneurs Hotspot. I like the sound of that. It's going to be from 8 until 11, and that's going to be at Pioneers, 408 West Gear Street. This is where Black business owners are invited to enjoy an evening of live music, shopping with local vendors, and networking. It's free admission, $25 if you want the VIP treatment. I don't know what that is, but I guess you can click on the link and find out. So that's going to be this evening from 8 until 11 at Pioneers. It's open mic comedy night at the Dirty Bull Brewing Company on Broadway Street, which is downtown, 206 Broadway. That's going to be this evening from 8 until 11. Hosts Ebony and Amir will be inviting all local comedians to come share their creative and funny thoughts. That should be really fun. Free admission. And I do have an email address if you'd like to write and to get in on the performers list. Okay, let's see. Studio 5, formerly Lindy Lab, they're hosting Dance Blues Friday at their new spot, which is the Triangle Dance Studios on South Miami Boulevard. So tonight from 8 until 11:30, you can enjoy the wonderful world of dance. So the beginners class will start at 8, and they'll have open social dancing at 9. Admission is $10. You get $5 off if you volunteer for 30 minutes. And then if you volunteer for an entire hour, you get in free. So look for the RDU Blues sign. This is really specific. On the middle door, on the far part of the parking lot when you pull in from Miami Boulevard. Apparently, it's not really easy to find. Okay, now renowned jazz trumpeter Marcus Hill, he'll be appearing in concert this evening at 9 o'clock at Missy Lane's Assembly Room, which is the newest spot downtown, 310 East Main Street. His band, Black Ted, okay, they enthusiastically break down the barriers separating jazz, bop, hip hop, soul, and electronic music. How about that? So now standing room only tickets are $25. And then if you want to actually, sit down and reserve a seat, that's $35. I do have the link so you can get your ticket or tickets. Now let me just run through what's happening tomorrow morning real quick. The March Cars and Coffee at Road Scholars on Page Road from 8 until 11 for those who love to look at fancy cars and just cool cars. Of course, that's free admission. First Saturday at Porsche South Point on Kensington Drive. That's off of, it's near South Point. And that's from 9 until noon. Enjoy a little food and conversation. And again, look at cars. Okay. The South Durham Farmers Market and the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center, their winter hours are 9 until noon. And then the Triangle Trailblazers, they'll be hosting the Duke Gardens Duke University Walk. That's going to be at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So be at the Mad Hatter's Cafe on Main Street at 9:45 and register first, and then head over to the beautiful Duke Gardens. You can choose to walk either 5K or 10K. Either way, you get to look at beautiful gardens. And I'm sure something is blooming, probably the tulips, daffodils, crocus, and hyacinths, and all that. Now, if you are driving, and you probably are, then park in the Duke University HR lot on Perry Street, which is across from Whole Foods. Okay, let's see. Durham Farmers Market, their winter hours are 10 until noon in Durham Central Park, downtown. And I think that's it for the Durham Mini Comic Con. That's going to be at the Durham Armory tomorrow. It's going to be from 10 until 5. So you can look at and shop for, comics and collectibles. You can meet local comic artists. Cosplay as your favorite characters. Tickets are $5. And if your kids are 12 and younger, they can get in free with a ticketed adult. Oh, children's story time at Barnes & Noble is noon until 1. And I'll tell you about other things that are happening tomorrow during tomorrow's show, which starts at 10. Let's look at the weather. It's 52. It should be. Right now, it's like after 9 o'clock, but the weather report says it should be 52 and cloudy by noontime at the time that you're watching this. It's going up to 55. And then the afternoon starts with a 30% chance of rain. And as the day progresses, it'll progress up to 80% chance of rain. So I'm guessing it's going to rain sometime this afternoon or evening here in Durham. And then tomorrow it's going up to 64. That's more like it. And there is a 60% chance of rain tomorrow. So we'll probably have a pretty wet weekend, which actually is pretty good if you plan to have a garden. So maybe you can clear it off a little bit, get some of the dead leaves away, let the rain soak the earth and whatnot. And maybe in the next couple of weekends, you can actually start planting something. So that is it for today's show. I'm sorry it's pre-recorded, but I'll be live again tomorrow at 10. So have a beautiful afternoon. Check on your elders. And then I'll see you tomorrow at 10 for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.